Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Menopause Wellness Community. So this evening we're going to be talking about blood pressure spikes and blood pressure dips. So do come in and say hi. Do come in and say hi. How is everyone doing? So we're going to continue with our symptom series. And we first started off with itchy ears. Then we looked at, what did we look at? We looked at anxiety last live, and now we're going to be looking at blood pressure spikes and blood pressure dips. That's what we're going to be looking at today, or talking about today, not looking at. So welcome. Do come in and say hi. Those of you on the For You page, if you would like to listen in, welcome. So we meet up 3 times a week, and we are going through symptom series at the moment. So there are lots of symptoms. There are common symptoms when it comes to menopause. There are also uncommon symptoms. So we are going through a whole series of symptoms over the next, probably going to take us into next year. And we're looking at why they happen and how we can navigate around them. So that's what we're going to be doing. But welcome everyone. Hi Tara, hi user 860. Welcome to the community. Welcome to the community. Hi Susan. Okay, so would you normally start at 8? I like to get here a little bit earlier than 8 o'clock. So we will kickstart in a little while around menopause and looking at the symptoms. So we're doing a symptom series where we're going to be diving into the symptoms around perimenopause, menopause and postmenopause. We mustn't forget postmenopause. We're always talking about peri and we're always talking about menopause. And it's really important to think about and consider postmenopause as well, because just because we hit postmenopause, it doesn't necessarily mean that all the symptoms disappear. It doesn't necessarily mean that. So the symptoms can remain. They absolutely can remain. So we're going to get going into the symptoms of blood pressure dips and blood pressure spikes. That's what we're going to do this evening. So if you are wanting to join into the conversation, please feel free to come in and say hi. Let me know if you're new to the community also. We are here only for an hour. We meet up at 8 p.m. and we're only here for an hour, so it's until 9. If you've got any questions around the menopause, or if you want to share any information, please feel free to do so. This is a safe space, as safe as it can be, to be heard and understood. Okay? Menopause can feel like a lonely journey sometimes, absolutely lonely, but you don't have to be alone at all. There are so many warriors out there that will hear you and understand you when it comes to your journey. Yes, it is absolutely an individual journey. Hey Kimmy, also welcome to the community. Shackleton and Lin will welcome. If you're new to the community, let me know. If you are not part of the community and you would like to be part of the community, all you need to do is follow, and then it will notify you. As long as you've got your notifications on, it will notify you when we go live. We are scheduled to go live every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday, 8 p.m, just for an hour. And then every week we've been doing a drop-in, which we had 2 drop-ins last week, which was fantastic. So we're going to see how many drop-ins we're going to have this week. So yes, do come in and say hi. We're going to start this in a moment now. If anyone is interested in checking out any of the lives, because we've been doing a whole series we are on our symptom series now, but we were doing a whole series previous to that on menopause and the body parts. So we did menopause and hair, nails, skin, teeth, muscles, the heart, the eyes, everything. All those lives are available to catch up on our YouTube channel. So that will be Menopause Wellness Community YouTube channel. So feel free to go and check them out. We will be doing that series again, probably in the new year sometime. But if you want to go and check it out, you can go and check it out. Blood pressure dips, yeah, we are definitely doing today. We are going to be speaking about the symptoms, blood pressure dips and blood pressure spikes. That's what we're going to be talking about. Why did it happen? Do you experience blood pressure dips and blood pressure spikes? So this is what I would like to know. Do you experience those things? Okay, we're going to get going now, and we're going to just go through some information. Right, so this is what information that I've got to share with you today. So this evening we're going to be talking about our blood pressure spikes, blood pressure dips during the menopause. Okay, so just things like dizziness, head rushes, feeling faint, moments of pressure in the head. Let me know if you are experiencing any of this. If I'm not saying it, if I haven't covered anything that you are experiencing, do let me know as well. So that was dizziness, head rushes, feeling faint, moments of pressure in the head, racing heart, sudden tension. And this is all because of hormonal, feels like a hormonal roller coaster, to be honest with you. And I know it's always perimenopause we're referring to, or menopause. Remembering menopause is one day in the journey. And then we must not forget postmenopause, because just because we're in postmenopause, when we do embark on postmenopause, it doesn't mean the symptoms just disappear like that. We can absolutely still be experiencing them. Because the hormones start to stabilise at that point, what tends to happen is symptoms that we experience can start feeling less, they can start decreasing. However, there will be symptoms that will can remain. I myself am in postmenopause and been 5-6 years now, and I'm still getting symptoms and I'm still navigating through the symptoms. But I'm managing them. I've found things to deal with my symptoms. Okay. So let me know if you are experiencing any of those things that I've just mentioned. Or is it something else? It's going to be different for everyone. Remember, this journey is going to be different from one warrior to the next. Okay, and one size does not fit all. Welcome everyone. We are going to be we've just started talking about the next series, the next symptom in the series, which is the blood pressure spikes and blood pressure dips. This is what we're talking about this evening. So just before we begin, get right into it. Just let me know in the comments, have you experienced any of the following? So lightheadedness, sudden blood pressure drops, and you may not notice that your blood pressure has dropped unless you take in your blood pressure. You are monitoring it yourself. However, there are going to be symptoms that you may experience, and we'll go through those in a little while. So lightheadedness, sudden blood pressure drop, random spikes, feeling off balance can also be part of it. So any of those, pop it in the chat. If anything else, do pop it in the chat also. Yeah. So here's what we're going to be covering this evening. We're going to look at why blood pressure becomes unstable during menopause. So why does it happen? So the difference between dips and spikes, what triggers them, what you can do to day to day to feel steadier. And these are going to be simple things that you can do to feel a bit more steadier. And when to speak to your GP. Now, I'm always saying, those of you in the community always know and always hear me say, if it doesn't feel right, If it makes you feel concerned, if it worries you, go and speak to your GP. Okay? Because what we shouldn't be doing is normalizing these symptoms just because they are under the heading of perimenopause and menopause and postmenopause. It doesn't mean that we should just normalize it. Okay? So we're going to go through all that information. So what's actually happening? Okay? So let's start with the blood pressure changes. So what they can look and feel like. So common symptoms of dips, low blood pressure, okay? Like I mentioned, the lightheadedness, feeling faint or woozy. You could have sudden head rush when standing, blurry vision, fatigue or weakness, feeling shaky. So for the blood, common symptoms for the spikes, where your blood pressure is high, sudden pressure in the head, rapid heartbeat, red flushed feeling, anxiety. We spoke about anxiety the last live, didn't we? Menopausal anxiety, slight difference, or a sense of unrest. Tightness in the neck or jaw, feeling weird. So remembering with all these symptoms, whether it's high blood pressure or low blood pressure, if you do not feel right, your body is telling you, your body gives you signals, go and speak to a GP. Okay? If you can't get to a GP, you can always call 111 for, if you're in the UK, that is, you can always call 111 for some advice. Okay, so there are many warriors that say, I've never had blood pressure issues. So why now? Right? Okay. And that's because blood pressure is strongly influenced by hormones, especially, which one are we going to say? Estrogen. This comes up a lot of the time, right? This hormone, key hormone. So why blood pressure changes in menopause? So I'm going to go through this, okay? So here's the science behind it. So estrogen affects blood vessels. So estrogen affects blood vessels, and estrogen helps blood vessels stay flexible and relaxed. So when estrogen drops, vessels can become more reactive. Blood pressure spikes. So estrogen affects the autonomic nervous system, autonomic nervous system. This is the symptom that controls heart rate, blood pressure, circulation. Fluctuations can cause sudden dips or spikes. Cortisol, so your stress hormone is higher during this stage. So your nervous system is more sensitive, meaning stress or small triggers can push blood pressure up. Okay, this is why it's always important to consider to think about. You don't have to have a machine at home to do your monitor your blood pressure, but it's going to be of benefit, because even if you just know what your blood pressure is, your regular blood pressure is, okay, so you can just monitor it 2 to 3 times a week just to see what it's like. So what else? I mentioned cortisol. Blood sugar fluctuations impact blood pressure as well. So if your blood sugar drops, your blood pressure can drop too. So if your blood sugar spikes, obviously your blood pressure can rise, right? So you need to be mindful about your blood sugar levels as well. And I'm not sure if you know what normal blood sugar levels should be, around 4 to 7. When you are measuring it on they measure blood in mgs. So 4 to 7 mg. Okay, that's normal blood sugar. If it's below 4, it's low. If it's above 7, it's high. Okay, so fluid balance. So changes, hormonal shifts affect hydration. So we're talking about hydration, keeping hydrated all the time, okay? So hydration, dehydration equals blood pressure instability. So sleep disturbances. So poor sleep increases cortisol, which increases blood pressure variability as well. So all this, we've got to take care of ourselves. We've got to be mindful what we're eating, how we're eating, try and get in as much rest as possible, So I'm going to ask you a question. Does your blood pressure dips or spike happen at certain times? Do you notice it happens at certain times if you do have experience your blood pressure dips or blood pressure spikes? Do you notice it happens at certain times during the day? What are you experiencing? I'm going to come back to this information. I'm just going to check everyone. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. We're going to continue with the symptom series, and we're talking about blood pressure spikes, blood pressure dips. This is what we're talking about this evening, why it happens, the symptoms that can occur. Like I said, if you was here when I mentioned the symptoms earlier on, if you haven't heard a symptom that I've mentioned and you are experiencing it, please pop it in the chat. Thank you for the roses, champs. Thank you very much for the roses. Let me just catch up everyone with who's here. Welcome. If you're not part of the community and you'd like to be part of the community, all you need to do is follow. We're here 3 evenings a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. I had to think about that one, I had to think about that. Good evening, Danny. How are you? Good evening. Thank you for the follow. So, gonna just give everyone a shout out who's here. Oh, is it OC? I hope I pronounced your name correct. Hi, Ellie. How are you? User 802, Danny, Alison, Jean, George, Lady, Gunputh, the Digital Club. Welcome. Hey, Nanny. How are you? Queen Sheba's here. Welcome. Lynn's, user 5048. Welcome. Joanna, Mada, Saf, Jan, Rose, is it Wallace, Fabs, Batula, Nubian Queen, welcome. Is it Bakaran, Shaznia and Petty and user 242. Welcome. All the newbies. So, good evening, lady. Gunpuff, welcome. I just wanted to give everyone a shout out. And apologies if I've pronounced your name incorrectly. Apologies. Hey, Emma. So yeah, we're talking about blood pressure spikes, blood pressure dips during the menopause. We are doing a symptom series. So we're on the third symptom series now. We've spoken twice. We've spoken about itchy ears and we've spoken about anxiety, menopausal anxiety. That's what we spoke about. Now, anyone wants to catch up, I'm going to be on the YouTube channel. On our YouTube channel, you can catch up on all our lives. So I'm going to go back to the information now and then we'll come back. We're here for an hour. We're here until 9. So I'm going to go through the rest of the information. So we looked at blood sugar. Our blood sugar, if our blood sugar is high, it can raise our blood pressure. If our blood sugar is low, it can lower our blood pressure. We talked about the fluid, keeping hydrated. We talked about sleep, the importance of sleep, because poor sleep increases cortisol, which increases blood pressure variability. Okay. So how to support blood pressure? How do we support it? Let me know how you do it. What are you doing now that if you are experiencing blood pressure spikes and blood pressure dips, what are you doing to manage it? Be interesting to hear what you're doing. I'm going to talk about some practical tips around managing that. So Stay hydrated. We just mentioned about staying hydrated, really important. And actually, do you know what? When we stay hydrated, water allows the blood to circulate around the body a lot better. I don't know if anyone's noticed, if you've gone for a blood test or you've gone to give blood, if you have ever given blood before, what happens if you haven't had enough water, if your body's not hydrated enough, what happens is they're not able to extract that blood properly. Yeah, not able to extract it. You will notice that it's quite gloopy. So staying hydrated is really important. Staying hydrated consistently, okay? Not just big drinks at once, just sips throughout the day. So try and stagger it throughout the day. So dehydration equals dizziness and dips. Remember that. Dehydration equals dizziness and dips. So that will cause your blood pressure to drop. Balance blood sugar. So we want to balance our blood sugar. So this is a major factor. Remember, if our sugar levels are high, blood pressure can spike. If our sugar levels are low, blood pressure can dip. So think about eating protein. You may want to consider thinking about eating protein with every meal. Try not to skip meals. I'm a big one for that. I skip meals, but try not to skip meals. Avoid sugary spikes and combine carbs with protein or fat. Yeah. So balance glucose equals balance blood pressure. So as long as your glucose is balanced, your blood pressure is balanced also. Okay, so slow position changes. So if you're prone to dips, if you're prone to low blood pressure, stand up slowly rather than getting up too fast. Because sometimes when you get up too fast, you feel slightly dizzy, don't you? Yeah, it's your blood pressure. So stand up slowly. Oh, thank you, Sims, for the heart me. Welcome. So stand up slowly. Pause before walking. Avoid sudden movements. This reduces your, orthostatic hypertension. That's what it reduces, okay? And that's your dips. So gentle movement, walking supports circulation. Someone asked me yesterday, actually, was it yesterday or the day before? I think when we had a menopause drop-in, someone asked about how do they keep their blood pressure low? How do they maintain their blood pressure to a good level? Well, walking is very good, okay? So walking supports circulation and keeps blood pressure steadier. So even if it's 5 minutes walking, go ahead and do your 5-minute walking. Okay, if you're not a big walker, what I do sometimes is just walk up and down the hallway. I don't have a massive hallway, very small, but I put the timer on and just walk up and down for 5-10 minutes sometimes. So even you can just walk at home, up and pace up and down. So short, regular movement can help more than intense exercise. So it doesn't have to be going to the gym and doing intense exercise, a tense workout. Just slow pace walking. Okay, it all helps. So try to think about limit stimulants. So caffeine, we spoke about this before. Caffeine can trigger both dips and spikes. Can you imagine? Coffee can raise your blood pressure or lower it. So thinking about if you are a coffee drinker, maybe if you're drinking lots of coffee during the day, you may want to consider, do I feel I need to maybe cut down on my caffeine intake? It's entirely up to you. Okay, so caffeine can trigger both dips and spikes and in a sensitive system. So try reducing, maybe in the afternoon. Again, it would entirely up to you. Manage stress reactivity. We speak about stress all the time. Stress management. We speak about it all the time. So try and limit your stress as much as you can. So your nervous system is more sensitive right now, right? Particularly around stress. So try slow breathing. I have been doing box breathing and I find that works for me, but you're going to find out what works for you. So slow breathing. We talked about deep breathing a couple of lives ago. Deep belly breathing, we call it, right? So when you're breathing in and your stomach is going out and so some deep belly breathing. Shoulder relaxation, grounding exercises also is going to be something that you can consider. Short breaks in your day if you can. This reduces cortisol driven spikes, so it all helps. We're going to talk about salt intake. This is another thing we need to be looking at, salt intake or considering. And this is for low blood sugar level, right? So a small increase of salt can help some women who get dips due to low blood pressure. But we've got to be careful with salt as well, right? But this should be personalized. So it may be that you need to speak to your GP about it. As I said always, and as I always will say, if you're concerned about something, if it doesn't feel right, you're going to go and speak to your GP. Okay, you can now go and speak to pharmacists. So if you haven't got a great relationship with your GP, you can go and speak to your pharmacist about these things also. What else have we got? We've got regular BP checks. So regular blood pressure checks. Now, if you cannot get to your GP, because I understand GP appointments are like gold dust, right? Sometimes when you call up, you're about the 34th person on the line in the queue before you get to the receptionist and all the appointments are gone. I understand that. So it could be that thanks Jen, thank you for the heart me. It could be that you invest in a BP monitor, even the ones that you put around your wrist. Okay, they're not the greatest, but there's something so you can monitor your blood pressure. So important. So if you're not going to invest in one of those, then you may go to the pharmacist. Pharmacists will check your blood pressure as well. Now, I'm not sure if you need to make an appointment to go and do that. I know for the pharmacists in my area, I can just rock up and I can ask if someone can take my blood pressure. Now, I would have to maybe wait 5-10 minutes until someone is available to come and take your blood pressure, but you can do that also. But I take my own blood pressure because I've got the equipment at home. So think about that's something to consider. So regular blood pressure. Thank you for the roses. Adelaide, welcome. So regular blood pressure checks, okay? Not obsessing over it, but monitoring patterns. It's like me asking, what's your normal body temperature? Do you know your normal body temperature? Everyone's got their normal body temperature, right? So these are the things. What's your normal blood pressure? If your GP takes your blood pressure and then it's high, they will ask you, is your blood pressure normally like this? Then, being able to know that, it's normally about that. So, okay, we're not concerned then. But if it's not normal, then they're going to be concerned. Okay, so just having those things available. So remember, you can purchase one, or you can go and speak to your GP and then they will take your blood pressure, or you can go into your pharmacist and take your blood pressure, ask if they can do a blood pressure check. And actually, the last time I went into the pharmacist, they're always asking the question, would you like a blood pressure check? I don't know if all the pharmacists do it, but I know my pharmacist, if I'm popping in there, they will always ask me, and I always respond to them in the same way. No, I take it myself because I've got the equipment at home. Okay, so let's come back to see if there's any comments, because I've seen quite a few comments come up. So I'm going to catch up with the comments and then I'm going to come back to this information, okay, about how we can look after ourselves. Okay, so I'm going to just see what I've missed on here. Welcome everyone to the Menopause Wellness Community. We are talking about blood pressure spikes and blood pressure dips. Well, this is a symptom series. We're going through the symptom series, and this is the third symptom we are talking about. I'm just checking to see if I've missed any comments before I go on. But welcome to the Menopause Wellness community. So those of you who don't know me, I am Jackie. I am a menopause wellness practitioner as well as a menopause nutrition and weight loss management practitioner. And we are here 3 evenings a week. Hey. Welcome. So I can see quite a few people in here that I usually see. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Do let me know if you're new to the community as well. Do let me know. And also let me know if you've any of the symptoms that I read out earlier on. If you are experiencing blood pressure spikes, blood pressure dips, what symptoms are you experiencing? Because you remember, this is not one size fit all. Everyone's going to be experiencing different things. I know someone was talking about, what are they called? I've forgotten what they're called now. These headaches that you get, they're just spike. They're called spike headaches. Ice pick headaches, that's what they're called. Ice pick headaches. They literally are just sharp shooting pains. Oh my goodness me. I get them every so often. But yeah, there is such a thing as ice pick headaches. They're not nice. They just happen like all of a sudden. They just sharpness in the head, and they last for about, they'd probably last for about a few seconds, sometimes a bit longer. Do let me know if you experience those. Those are not nice at all. Strength training. Yeah, I do strength training. Since doing strength training, I found that it's been of benefit to me. So yeah, I do strength training on a regular basis, and I feel it's made me feel a lot more stronger than before. Because you know what, if we're not using our muscles will waste away. That's what happens. So this is why I don't want to. It's like, having a broken arm. If you have a broken arm and you haven't used your arm for some time, the moment you take that plaster cast off, your arms are going to be weak. Muscle just wastes away. I can't remember how much percentage of muscle is wasted when you do not use it. Just not using it. And that's on a daily basis. I cannot remember. My husband was talking about this the other day, actually. But we need to... Strength training for me, I think, is a positive thing. I walk around the living room because I have... walking around the house. Absolutely. If you've got stairs, walk up the stairs. If you can manage the stairs, walk. This is what I'm saying. You do not have to. It's nice to get out into the fresh air. But you know what? If you can only do it at home, then do what you can manage. That's what you're going to do. Start doing. Do what you can manage. Only drink tea in the morning with a lemon tea. That's good. Good way to start your day. Lemon tea. And you know what I came across the other day, actually? Women in China, they don't drink cold drinks. They always just drink hot water, but they infuse it with things like cucumber, berries, those sort of things, because the hot water is better for the body than the cold water. Only drink tea in the morning with lemon tea. Thank you for sharing, Sims. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, so it was really interesting to come across that post about the women in China. They do not drink cold drinks. It's interesting. Always interesting. Okay, I'm going to get back to the information. Let me just check. Easy to buy one on Amazon. Do 3 read. Yes, thank you, GGX. My very first one I owned was the one that I put around the wrist. One that I put around the wrist. I can't even speak straight this evening. The one that I put around my wrist. I'll speak slowly. And those are, I think it was something like £8 I paid for those. And it was from Amazon. £8 I paid for that one. But now I've got the one that you can put around your upper arm. And I've got the stethoscope and everything else. Yeah. because I'm a first responder, isn't it? So I've got the equipment here. Go to your pharmacist. They offer blood pressure check. Yeah, they do. Absolutely. I was just saying, they do offer you one every time I go into the pharmacist. It's not regularly. Thank you for the heart meat. Every time I go into the pharmacist, they ask the same question. Would you like a blood pressure check? And I say, no, I do it myself. I do my checks at home myself. But absolutely, you see, go and get them done. It doesn't take 10 minutes. In fact, it doesn't even take that long. You may have to wait a little time before someone can come and take it for you, but go and take it. It's worth it. I will be having a blood pressure check station at our very first face-to-face event in January. I'm very all for that. Definitely, yeah, you can get them. Some get like... Okay, I'm going to go through the rest of this information and I'm going to come back to the comments. Usually if your BP meds, pharmacists don't like it. If you're on meds. And you know what? Even when you're on meds for your blood pressure, you should be taking it on a regular basis. And I mean, your GP or someone, and that's why I would invest in. If I was on blood pressure medication, I would absolutely be taking my blood pressure on a regular basis. Invest in one of them things. Listen, you invest in your health. You're investing in your health. Okay, so let's come back. Thank you for sharing that, Buff Mummy. Yeah, I mean, pharmacists, hopefully there's a few chemists along the high street, isn't it, where you are, that you can access. And if one of them won't do it, then you can hopefully go to another one. Okay, let's get back to this information and then we'll come back for a chit chat. So regular blood checks, we've mentioned. Consider trying, maybe try one during the week. Which one of these things are you going to consider trying? We talked about staying hydrated, the blood pressure, the balanced blood sugar. Remember, blood sugar up goes up, blood pressure goes up. Blood sugar low, your blood pressure drops. Slow positioning, maybe moving slowly rather than getting up too fast, particularly if you get dizziness when you stand up. Reduce the speed of you getting up. Stimulants, things like caffeine, think about that. And you're managing your stress, salt intake, and getting your blood pressure checked. Those sort of things, just to recap on those. So while menopausal shifts can cause temporary dips and spikes, it's important to know when to get things checked. I just said to you, see a GP. If it doesn't feel right, if your body doesn't feel right for whatever reason, listen to your body. Listen to what your body is saying, okay? Our body gives us signals and we need to listen to them. So seek medical advice if your BP spikes are frequent, okay? If your blood pressure is high frequent on a regular basis, it's not right. So if it dips, causing fainting, remember, if your blood pressure is low, you can faint. So again, if it has caused fainting, you need to go and see a GP. Go and get seen to. You have chest pain, pressure or breathlessness, go and see your GP. If there's new or severe dizziness, again, go and see your GP. Symptoms suddenly change, you're concerned or unsure, remember, anything. If it doesn't feel right, go and see your GP. So remember, menopause can cause these symptoms, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't check in with your GP. Remember what we said. I say it all the time when I'm on lives. Just because we have got a list of perimenopause, menopause and postmenopause symptoms, it doesn't mean we should normalize these symptoms and just say, accept that, okay, these blood pressure spikes and blood pressure dips, they're on the list, so I'm going to accept that is part of our menopause journey. No, let's not do that. Let's go and see the GP about it, okay? Particularly if you're concerned, if something doesn't feel right. The moment something doesn't feel right, We need to go and sort it out, all right? Okay, so let me come back to the comments and see if I've missed anything. I'm going to scroll back and see where I was before. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Hey, Sims, how are you? Welcome, welcome. I'm good today. I've had a very busy day today. I've had a busy day. From the moment I woke up this morning, I was cleaning. I've been cleaning all day. Cleaning and ironing. That's what I've been doing all day. So very busy day. Thank you for the heart meet, Jen. Yeah, we can definitely go to your pharmacist. Yeah, your pharmacist is going to give you a blood pressure check. This is the thing. Blood pressure checks they don't cost a thing. They're free. So why wouldn't we go and get them done? Why would we not go and get them done? Check your blood pressure. Okay? You may not even realize you've got high blood pressure or low blood pressure. You may not realize, because sometimes people don't realize. It's like someone may not realize they're having a heart attack. Not everyone knows they're having a heart attack. So go and get it checked out. That's what I would suggest you do. Okay, I'm going to just check if I've missed any comments, and then I'll go back to the last bit, and then we can just have a chat. I'm going to open up the stage today. I'm going to open up the platform. Stage? I'm going to open up the platform. You can go Google what services pharmacists offer. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, GGX. Pharmacists offer quite a bit, they do. They offer a lot now. They're offering a lot more than they used to anyway. Hey, Mama. Thank you for all the follows, everyone. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the shares. Thank you, Sim. Yeah, my Sunday's been good. Cleaning and ironing. That's what I've been doing. Cleaning and ironing, if that's what you could call good, yeah. But I got a lot done today, which was nice. Oh, Linz, you're new. Welcome to all the newbies. Hi, all from Eastbourne. Hey. Hey. That was really loud, my end. I think I've turned that up a bit. Welcome. You've had it twice. Is that your blood pressure spikes and dips? I've been experiencing bad headaches and dizziness. Linz, go and speak to your GP. Please, go and speak to your GP about it. We shouldn't normalise it just because it's on the list for symptoms. Really, we shouldn't. Because dizziness, headaches, they're not good. Thank you for the follow, Shazzy. I thought it was alcohol related. Oh, so you drink. Okay. It may not, no. I mean, even if it's not, and how long has it been going on as well? How long has your headaches, your dizziness and headaches been going on? If you are concerned, go and seek advice. That's what I would say to you always. Do you have an optimum? No, I don't have an optimum bedtime to suggest. Everyone goes bed at different times, don't they? I know for me, I'm in bed by 10 o'clock the latest, 10 the latest. Unless I'm like, I've got insomnias come to visit me, then I'm not going to bed for quite some time. But insomnia, I can't even say it properly. Listen, my words are getting jumbled today, totally jumbled today. If insomnia is visiting me, then it's going to be later, much later than that. Okay, I think I've seen all. Do you think stressful life can bring an early man? I feel so, yeah. Stress isn't good. Stress in life. Stress can kill. We have to try and eliminate as much stress as possible. Stress can make you unwell. So, yeah. We have to try not to do stress as best as we can. Try not to do stress. I've just invested in a treatment. What treatment is that? Is that self-care? Some massage? No, I've heard this cold apparently ages you. Oh, in a treadmill. I thought you said that was me reading. Did that? I thought I read a treatment. Sorry, I read that incorrectly. A treadmill. Yeah, again, walking. Movement. The body likes to move. I'm always talking about it. The body likes to move. Okay? So if we sit there for hours on end, the body, remember, I had this discussion with my husband the other day. How much percentage of your muscles get wasted when we do not move? I can't remember how much percentage. I will go and check. I had this conversation the other day. Okay, so I'm going to just finish off this information. So just to recap on the symptom of blood pressure dips, blood pressure spikes. Just to recap, okay? And then I'll come back and then we can have a chat. So, just some key takeaways. Okay, I saw that. Some key takeaways. So blood pressure dips and spikes are common in menopause. They can be very common in menopause. But remember, please, just because it is common in menopause, perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, just because it's common, we do not need to accept that that's what's going on. If you're concerned, go and speak to the GP. Okay. They are caused by estrogen decline, cholesterol sensitivity, blood sugar shifts, and nervous system changes. So that's what it's caused. Hydration, blood sugar balance, slow movement, and stress support all help. So remembering, we need to be mindful about the sugar spikes, blood pressure high, low sugar, blood pressure's low. So you want to keep it balanced. Okay, think about what you're eating, how you're eating. Think about your sleep. Think about your hydration. I'm always talking about food, what we're eating, it all comes back to it, doesn't it? Blood pressure. If you don't know what your normal blood pressure is, then get to know. Even if you pop to the pharmacies, go to the pharmacies this week, maybe in a couple of weeks or a week's time, go back again so you can get what your normal blood pressure is about. Yeah, what it's like, the average is like. Okay, so I'm going to just come back to the chat because I've got 11 minutes. No, 20 minutes. Sorry, I miscalculated. We've got 20 minutes before 9 o'clock. I'm booked on Wednesday. Oh, for you to take your bloods. Your pharmacist check your blood pressure, weight and height also gives you. That's very good, yeah. So your pharmacist does a lot. So go down your pharmacist, and they don't charge you for this. The most that will happen is that you will maybe have to wait 5-10 minutes. I remember I went to get some vaccinations when I was going on holiday a while back, and I went into the pharmacist. Actually, I made an appointment for that, but someone came in and they had to just wait 10 minutes, which 10 minutes out of the time of your day is no time, is it? A few days now. 198. Welcome. Only just came on. Did you say I can request a blood? Yes, you can. So your pharmacist will take your blood pressure. Not blood test, your blood pressure. We're talking about blood pressure spikes, blood pressure dips. So pharmacists will absolutely take your blood pressure for you. And if your pharmacist is anything like my pharmacist, they're always asking the same thing again and again. Do you want a blood pressure check? Do you want your blood pressure checked? It's always good to know what's your normal body temperature? What's your normal blood pressure? You need to know these things. These are things we just take for granted. Get to know what they are. A bit of self-care, just getting to know. It's like we never know our blood type until we go and give blood, right? So just these are things that we should really, really know. Hey, Harv, how are you? Mines went crazy last week. Went hospital, got machine check-in. I had dizziness, and I'm sorry to hear that, Pink Lady. I hope you're better. And this is the thing. Do you know what? I'm so glad that you went to the hospital. Good for you. Because someone else would have said, oh, I'll be all right. I'll be all right tomorrow. No, let's not downplay. This is part of our self-care. So the moment something's going on and it doesn't feel right, get ourselves off to the hospital. Right? Ring 111 for advice. They'll tell you what to do. I am fine, thank you, Harv, for asking. How are you? What's new? We've been talking about, we have been doing a symptom series, and we have been talking about blood pressure spikes and blood pressure dips today. We've already covered itchy ears, and we've also covered anxiety, menopausal anxiety. That's what we covered the last 2 lives. So we're going to just keep going and navigating through all the symptoms, and we have got a lot of symptoms on that list, haven't we? So if anyone in the community would like me to cover a specific symptom, let me know, pop it in the chat, and then I'll do that next. What's next? What's today? Sunday. I'll do it on Tuesday. But otherwise, I'll just pluck out a symptom and then just cover it. So, thank you for the follow. You're so right, self-care. Absolutely. Listen, I'm a big advocate for self-care. Self-care is so, so important. So important. Put yourself first. Say no to people. Listen, I love saying no. The moment someone asks a question, I don't even let them finish it. Can you? No. I don't want to hear. Say no. They'll get over it. Believe me, they'll get over it. Been off work, still not. I'm sorry to hear that, Pink Lady. Sending well wishes, and I hope you feel better soon. Absolutely hope you feel better soon. Listen, warriors, queens, and everyone in between. Look after yourself. Self-care is the utmost. Because if you're not looking after yourself, but worrying about everyone else, what's that about? Make it make sense. Absolutely make it make sense. Thank you for the follow. Okay, I think I've caught up with all the comments. No, I haven't. I'm going to go back because I think... But yes, so welcome. Yes, changing our diet. Absolutely. I'm telling you, me changing my diet has been a game changer. Me changing my diet and stepping up on my movement has been a game changer for me. Absolutely. I've never felt, I couldn't tell you the last time I felt so healthy. You know, I don't feel tired during the day anymore. It's complete game changer. Complete game changer. Good luck with your appointment next week, Pink Lady. Good luck with it. I hope everything goes to plan. Absolutely changing our diets, you know. This is why I have got this in January. I'm starting the cohort for January now. Anyone interested, stepping into your fitness. Notice it's stepping into your fitness, right? I do not believe everyone should go and do the same routine. The same routine is not going to work for everyone. Everyone's individual. So looking at your lifestyle, looking at how you eat, then we can look at how you're going to step into your fitness. It is your fitness, right? But definitely diet is a big game changer. How we eat. Sometimes we have really bad relationships with food, right? And then we just need to change that up a little bit. Deep in perimenopause. I have cramps right now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Zero. Is it 0 or O? Sorry to hear that. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for the heart me. So do you drink enough water? Or do you drink enough fluids? Coconut water. Do you know what? I drink a lot of water, and now I've just changed it up a little bit and been drinking a lot of coconut water. Are you drinking enough during the day? Are you keeping hydrated? That's the question I need to ask. Are you keeping hydrated? I don't know what's going on with my language today, but my words are not coming out how they should be coming out. I don't know what's going on. So I'm at doctor's for perimenopause symptoms. Ready? Oh, ready. I'm sorry to hear that, Linz. What's your GP doing for you? What are they suggesting, shall I say? What are they doing for you? What are they suggesting? Sorry to hear that, Pink Lady. I hope you feel yourself again soon. I'm telling you, you know what? This menopause is not a joke. It's not a joke. Absolutely not a joke. I'm just going back to see if I've seen pins and needles in the hands and feet. Please. Yes, L. Is it L? Ellie. Pins and needles. It's on the list. It's on the list. But like I said, let's not normalise it. How long has it been going on for? How long has it been going on? I know you can get pins and needles in your hands. Yes, it's on the list of perimenopause, menopause and postmenopause. You can get pins and needles in the hand, poor circulation. So if it's been going on longer than anticipated, let's go and see your GP and see what they say about it. Let's get this ruled out. If they turn around and then say, okay, yeah, ask you all the questions and they finalise that, yes, it is your symptoms of perimenopause. Let me just do that. Perimenopause, postmenopause, then yeah. But let's get it ruled out. What would it be possible to cover confidence? Not sure if symptom, but can be. MC, yes. Absolutely. Let's do it. Why not? Confidence, yeah. It's that impact, isn't it? Because anxiety most definitely can make you feel lose your confidence, isn't it? Your anxiety levels can absolutely make you lose your confidence. But yeah, we will talk about that. Thank you for the heart, me. Hey, Jones, how are you? Yeah, this is a community where if you even if it's not, you think, oh, it's not a symptom. Let's talk about it. Let's absolutely talk about it. And I'm sure we've had a discussion on confidence, you know. But again, we can do it, definitely. Because you see, when you just like lose your confidence, it's like you've lost yourself, isn't it? Absolutely like you've lost yourself, and it doesn't feel nice. But we can get it back. We can so get it back, I'm telling you. Absolutely get our confidence back. We can, and we will. We will absolutely get it back. Yes, we can do that. MC, I hear you. We're going to do that. Definitely. What's the joke, Buff Mummy? What's the joke? I'm behind, aren't I? So behind with the comments. Fitness a key for me. Weight training. Absolutely, Jen. Hey, Jen's in the house. Our community ambassadors are in the house. I didn't even see. Jen is one of our community ambassadors, along with Claire, Just Empress, Lulu, Samantha, and Poetic Angel. They're all our ambassadors. Yeah. Give them a big shout out. If you are new to the community, welcome. Which brand? What are you asking about, Pink Lady? Which brand of what? You have to remind me. Which brand of? Just put a slice of Swiss roll back on the cupboard. 198. Oh my goodness. Does coconut water have high sugar content? No, it doesn't. It comes up. And Buff Mummy, it comes up green on the Yuka app. I'm gonna double check, but no, I drink it a lot. I drink it a lot. I've been drinking it a lot recently. No, it's really good, coconut water. I'm gonna check though, but it doesn't know because it comes up green on the UK app and it's not got high in sugar. No. My goodness me, what's going on here? What's going on with my life now? Let's just reject that. Okay, so no. Sugar content of coconut water is primarily in the form of fructose, a natural sugar. Yeah, no, it's not. So it's saying that the sugar content in coconut water is primarily in the form of fructose, a natural sugar found in the fruits and honey. So it's good. Drink it as much as you like. It's good for hydration, you know. It's better than water. I'm not sure yet. It will be my first appointment. Okay, good luck with your appointment, Linz. I had breast cancer since I'm sorry to hear that, Kamal. Have you been... I can send you a list of herbs and spices that you may find useful. You reach out to me. I just need your email address. Please do not pop it in this chat. Either DM me your email or click on the email link on the page of the community, and it will open up an email link, so you can send me over an email saying, Jackie, can I have the list of herbs and spices? I've got about 2 or 3 lists of herbs and spices that you may find useful. If you don't find it useful, throw it in the bin. Okay, it's only useful if you think that it may be of use to you, to work for you. Get over it until it's normal transition. Tanya, you're coming down with tough love there. Tough love, yeah? No, you know what, Tanya, everyone's different. Everyone is completely different. Everyone will navigate through this differently, right? And yes, you can say that, but some people are not like that. You're one of them tough love warriors, isn't it? Right? Nothing wrong with that, but some of us need that little helping hand. Nothing wrong with it. Waiting for results from my blood test. Good luck with your results. Good luck with them. There's nothing wrong with tough love, to be honest with you. Absolutely nothing wrong with tough love. Menopause discussion, share you. Okay, this. Okay, we've got 5. My goodness me, the time already. This is just, the time just goes so quickly. There's me saying, I'm going to open up the platform to have a chat, and the time, it's like 5 to 9 already. I didn't even realise the time. So this evening we spoke about another symptom in the menopause symptoms series. We spoke about blood pressure spikes, blood pressure dips. And I'm hoping that you're taking away something in, if you do experience blood pressure spikes or blood pressure dips, you're doing what you need to do to try and maintain that. But if you're concerned, please go and speak to your GP. Go and seek Go and seek some medical advice. That's what I need to say. My words are just all jumbled up today. My goodness me. You know what? Hey. So that's what we was talking about today. We're going to continue with the symptom series. And we're going to also talk about confidence again. But if you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to me. As always, I'm always going to go and check all the comments. If I've missed any questions, it's not done deliberately. I will go and answer your question on a one-to-one basis. That's only if you have your DMs open. If your DMs are not open, then I cannot respond back to you. So you're going to have to reach out to me. You can go on and send me an email if you like. Okay, so I really hope that everyone has a fantastic start to their week. Before I end this live, I hope everyone has a fantastic start to their week, a blessed week, and it's a productive week also. I do like myself a productive week. I do. But I'm going to end the live. I'm going to end the live with the same way I always end the lives. So the first way, I always end the live by sending everyone a virtual hug. Sending you a virtual hug. And the second thing, I remind you that you are not alone. You are absolutely not alone. And if you feel alone after the live has ended, reach out to someone that you trust, that will listen to you, that will understand you, most importantly. Okay? If not me, someone else. But don't be there feeling alone. Absolutely not. We will see each other on Tuesday if you're around. We will talk about, just let us know. And also remind me, please, I put a post out and do let me know. Shall we have another music, dance and laughter night? Let's have another music, dance and laughter night. The last one was old school classics. It was fun. I reckon we should have another one very soon before the holiday seasons come up. I say holiday seasons because I just don't want to get myself involved in it. The holiday seasons come up, right? Let's have another music, dance and laughter night. Let me know. This is your community. Whatever you want, yay. I think I reckon it's fun. And maybe we'll have it for 2 hours this time rather than 1 hour. Absolutely. Much needed. Exactly. Sometimes we've got to let our hair down. Sometimes we just got to move and just, the music lift us up. I'm telling you. I am absolutely telling you we're going to have that. So I am going to see you all on Tuesday if you're around. If not, I will hopefully see you soon. If you're not part of the community and you'd like to be part of the community, all you need to do is follow. You are now going to be a menopause warrior. Yay! Listen, it's great being a menopause warrior, trust me. We're going to embrace it. We're going to navigate through this as best as we can with power and grace, right? Just a reminder, thank you very much, Jen. Thank you all for your support this evening. Community ambassadors, amazing, right? Just remember, I want to encourage everyone to put yourself first. Step up on your self-love. Step up on your self-care. You know what? And some of my clients say to me, I'm struggling with my self-love. And you know what? Go and find your peace. If you haven't found your peace yet, try and find your peace. And if you haven't found it, I hope that it finds you. Because we don't know we need it until we actually find it. But warriors, queens, I'm going to sign off now. I wish you all a lovely evening and I will see you next week. Stay blessed, everyone.